Hello everybody and welcome back to Combe Valley Campers.
Today we are going to be fitting van shades into my VW Transporter.
I just want to take a moment to say thank you to our sponsors, Howden's Modified Van Insurance. That's right, A-Plan are now Howden's. They still do exactly the same in that they will insure your van from the time you buy it until you completely convert it into a camper van and beyond. And if you want an exclusive rate on your next policy, please mention Combe Valley Campers and they will sort you out. Now we have completed not only the insulation and sound deadening, and carpeting, we're now at a point that we can fit what you can see in front of us, which are the van shades. Now, we have been using van shades for over 5 years. I think we had it on one of our earliest conversions we did here at Combe Valley Campers, and we've maintained a good and long relationship with the team over at Van Shades, and we knew we didn't want anything else in our van apart from what you see in front of us here. Van Shades are a UK company. All the products are made in the UK, designed and made in the UK, and they now come in variations for not only the VW Transporter, but for the Ford Transit Custom as well. Now this is the pre-2024 Transit Custom, but they come in 2 variations, and they are a fantastic piece of kit. I'm gonna harp on about them just because they're such a good thing. What are Van Shades? Now, van shades are a window pod system made from plastic that house a shade and or just a fly net in between. And they're designed to cover the whole window aperture so you don't get any light coming in on the inside and so block out all the sun. And they're a thermal blind as well, and we can do another shot in a second of the silver lining within these van shades. And the beauty is on the van shade products themselves is they are 100% customizable. You can have them in plain plastic. You can have them painted, which we have done on a previous video, and you can see that up here or down in the description. We actually painted a set of these, and this sort of kick-started Van Shades into creating a painted window pod system. And you can effectively have your Van Shades in nearly any RAL colour. Now, RAL colours are a universal colour system, and you can have these painted in any colour, and they paint the whole thing. So black plastic, a carpet of your choice. In this case, we've gone for our mid-grey carpet, so we sent Van Shades, how many metres?
6.
6 metres. I don't think they need that much. They ended up shipping some back to us. But we've had these Van Shades carpeted in the same colour as the carpet we've gone for our van, and they have a team that basically do carpeting on the product day in, day out. Why did you want to go for Van Shades over regular curtains?
Because you told me to.
Well, there you go. No. I went for Van Shades over regular curtains, mainly down to the fitting time. We absolutely love them anyway. But one of the main things is, and this can go for you at home and or a trader, if you're a trader, you're a van converter, yes, the product is a more expensive product than a set of curtains, but the fitting, not only are they 100% customizable, but it's the fitting. The fitting on these takes minutes compared to on the curtains with the top and bottom rails. They can take up to an hour, depending if you've never done it before. And these take minutes. There's 6 screws for this one. There's 5 screws for this one. And there's 3 screws on these for the barn doors as well. And that's what we're going to be covering today. We are going to be fitting this one here without a cutout on the window just behind me, in this case the Safari window. Oh, there's another thing as well. You need to specify when you order. If you have a factory VW sliding window, a plain window with no openings at all, or an aftermarket sliding window as well, because that differs, or each window differs to which pod you receive and then which fitting kit you receive as well. and that's it. You order the pods, they come in your colour. We've gone for this, what did they call this colour? Like a royal gold or something like that?
I can't remember, but it's perfect.
It's perfect. So basically, one of the colours we have on this van is this yellow up here. And when we saw their colour chart, we thought that was perfect. So we've gone for this goldy yellow colour here. They come in just a normal standard grey or any other colour in between. And what we can do, we can leave some photos in the description as well of the different variations you can have, because they're absolutely fantastic. And again, we love the team down there. The barn door ones we have here, you can get them for the barn doors and or the tailgate. They're slightly different fitting, but these come without the fly net side, because the fly nets are only really applicable on an opening window. Yeah. And once again, they're designed to be thermal and they're designed to be blackout. So I think without further ado, let's get straight onto it. It's not going to be a very long video. It's going to be very easy for you to do.
Okay.
And I think we'll just get on with it, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool, let's get them fitted. When you receive your van shades in the post, you will receive them in a box with the fitting or the fastenings and fixings taped to the inside of the box. So don't call Van Shades or us and go, there's no fastenings or fixings. Please check the box first, because they're taped on the inside of it. Don't chuck the box away and then realise you have no screws left. Moving on, each Van Shade or Van Shade kit will have its own fastenings. They have their own code as well, and depending on your window, it'll have a different code. So double check that on the website if you're unsure. For this window pod here, which is going to go on the long side behind the driver's seat, there are 6 of these self-drilling screws. They take an 8mm socket to fasten them in, and then once they are fastened into the bodywork, they have a screw cap that just attaches to the top to make it smart and just kind of invisible. For the sliding door window, which has got this cutout, an almost grab handle section in it there are 5 screws, again with the 8mm socket type end on them. And for the barn door windows in particular, there are 6 small self-tapping screws, and they are a Phillips head, not a posi drive, but a Phillips head. So that means the only tools you will need is a electric screwdriver, one with a bit of oomph on it, an 8mm magnetized end, makes your job a lot easier. And for the small screws, like those, you will need not that end, there you go. You will need a Phillips, I believe that is a PH2. Yeah, PH2. And then that is all you need for the top corners. And we will show you how to fasten them right now as we go through each window pod. When I say these windows are easy to fit, I do mean it. You've got your 6 screws, and you need to, once they're attached to the drill end, you drive your screws through this window frame. They go through the window frame and then into the window frame metal, the window aperture of the van. You have 1, 2 on each edge, 1 and 2, and then the bottom you have 2 fastenings. There's no need to put any in the top. It's just 2 on the side, 2 on the bottom, and then 2 on the opposite side, and that's it. You place the window into the aperture, making sure it clears all the edge of the window. If you're fitting these window pods to a van with factory fitted glass, you need to remove the top plastic trim of the sliding window runners. This is a camper glass safari window, so it doesn't have them, but on the sliding windows there are some black plastic trims that you pop off top and bottom, and then the window pod from Van Shades will fit in a lot easier. And there we go. I'm going to bring Domi in. It's easier with 2 people, but it can be done with 1. Domi, if you could hold this here for me, please. I am going to start by drilling in this corner up here. So if you can go round to the other angle alley, I'll be able to show everybody where you actually drill the hole. So there's no hard and fast rule where you need to put these holes, but just make sure they're within the window aperture and fairly evenly spaced. So what I'm going to do is put this one up in this top corner. I'm going to call that about 30 millimeters down from the top. I'm going to make sure the window frame is pushed in to the aperture as nice and tight as possible. And I'm aiming to put the drill hole in the center of this rearmost plastic section. Okay, so I'm going to make sure it's magnetized on the end of my bit. I'm going to aim for the center of that black plastic, and then I'm just going to drill it in. You will feel the resistance of the layer of plastic number 1, number 2, and then the metal, and you should be able to hear that as I'm drilling it in too. That's number 1, number 2, and then all the way through. And that is 1 screw in. That is number 2. I'm going to go over to the other side now, making sure the window frame is nice and tight in the aperture. Right, if you could swap sides with me, please. And you push that window frame in there as tight as possible. There, so push against that as tight as possible. Really, really hard. Thank you. So on the right hand side, I'm going to do 1 in the top, 1 in the bottom. That's it, you can let go. That's the van shade in place. I'm now just going to secure the bottom so that sits in there nice and tight, and that's it. And there we have it, easy as that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the van shade is nice and secure within the aperture. Let's move over to the slider. In the sliding door window, you have 5 screws. 1 about here, just above the handle. 2 on the bottom, 1 and 2, and then 2 on this side. Now when it comes to fitting it, you don't actually need a second pair of hands, which is quite handy. What you're going to need to do, before I make a start, this is a really good alternative to actually carpet lining the inside of your doors, by the way. You can see around the edge of this door where it's been used and scratched in the past. It's not particularly pretty, but the moment I put this van shade up, it will cover all of it up. So I'm very, very happy with that. Now to fit these, I'm going to pop open the door real quick. Make sure the blinds are out of the way. I'm going to slot the van shade into its aperture and then close the door. And that's it, it's pretty much held into position for now. That's all I need it to do. I might just give that another slam just in case. That's it, yeah, it was fine the first time. So all I'm going to do is fit those 5 screws, like I said before. On this side there's 2. One. On this side, there is only 1 screw that goes up here, like we said before. What I would recommend is you just make sure that the window sits just above the handle so it doesn't catch at all. I'm going to run this screw up in there now. And then the last 2 in the bottom, same as before. And that's it. Make sure everything operates as it should. Ugh. Super, and lovely smart finish all the way around. Now onto the barn doors. Before we go on to the barn doors, don't forget about your black caps. So all they do, like I showed you before, they fit over the heads of the screws and give a nice uniform finish throughout. Onto the barn doors. I have my wonderful assistant with me. You simply need to place the pod onto the window, making sure it's level at the bottom to go with your door card. And we are fastening these in 3 locations. 1, 2, and 3. And you need to ensure before you fit of the exact point where you're going to fit the screw, because this van shade here in particular gets quite wide. So you need to ensure that your screw is going to go through at a point that it's going to reach into the metalwork. So we're going to put one just up here, one just down in this corner, and then one down in this corner. And we are going to make an invisible fixing behind the carpet. And the way we're going to do that is by making either a slice in the carpet and then moving the carpet side by side, or a V in the carpet. So let's do a V today. We know our hole's going to be up here, and I'm going to make a small pizza slice in the carpet. So 1 and 2. And then I'm going to peel that carpet back from that corner, and that's where I'm going to put my screw in, just in there. And then once it's in, I'm going to put the flap back over, and that's an invisible screw fastening. Same in this corner, but I'm going to make the V point down so gravity keeps it closed. Number 2, and then the other one, if I just make reference to the door frame itself, I'm going to have it about here where the metal's tightest up against the van shade. Is that in its position? Yeah. So I'm going to put a V here. 1 and 2. And hopefully I've done a good enough job, and it lifts up. Come on. And there you go. I think I'm actually going to start down with that screw. So I have my self-tapping screw there, and I'm going to put it just in that corner. Use the drill. You hold it, Dom? You got it? Right, through the plastic, holding the van shade up. Oh no, it's tied in my carpet. Right, so that can be resolved. There's a good hint for you. Be careful not to tie in your carpet. Make sure your carpet's all out of the way. So there we go. Unpick that carpet. Take 2. Pop it in there. You got it in there? Happy? And that's it. And then we can pull out that carpet. And what I'll do, I'll trim that later. And then, much like we do on our carpeting video, we can make a nice invisible screw hole behind that. There you go, done. So up into the bottom corner. So that's through the plastic, holding it in place. That's it, that's in there. Covering the screw. And the last one up in the top corner. And there we go, all the way in. So you've got 3 fastenings, all invisible, and that's your van shade done. Nice and easy. You like it?
Yeah, I like it. And I also like the fact that you can just put your fingers in here and slide it down.
The old design
easy.
used to have a tab.
Yeah.
But I much prefer this.
I prefer that.
This little runner, so you can put your fingers in. Nice and easy.
Yeah.
Right, so all you have to do is do it on the other side, then sit back and admire your work. Well, there we have it. This is technically the hottest day of the year, and we're south facing, the sun's beating right in. and you can just see how effective the van shades are. Are you happy with them? Sorry,
I am
I'm
very
having
happy.
to do that.
I'm very happy. They're gorgeous. They just complement the van so nicely.
Yeah.
And like, we could have gone for curtains because we've got curtains in Bully, but I wanted something really nice, and obviously you suggested van shades, and I think that works so well.
And the colour's great.
Yeah.
Like I say, they're infinitely customizable, so you can have different colour frames, different colour van shades, all sorts, with the fly nets in them, without the fly nets in them. It's brilliant, absolutely love them. You can buy them directly from us. There is a link down below. Just please email us, info@combevalleycampers.co.uk, and we can sort you right out. Thank you very much to Van Shades for helping us out with this, with the product. It's been fantastic, hasn't it? They're always a great team to work with, and we will cover their future products also. Anything else?
No, that's all. Well,
no? You done?
Let's get a cold
Nice
drink.
short one for you today after the, what did you call it, Ali? A feature-length video with the carpeting. If you would like to continue the journey of this build, and it's about to start getting really exciting, if you want to continue the journey, please be sure to subscribe and click the bell to follow or to find out the notifications when new videos are released. Gosh, I couldn't get my words out then. And also, if you do like the video and the information in this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up or a like as well. This is Combe Valley Campers. Thank you very much. I'm about to go and get a cold drink because it is sweltering today.
It's too hot.
Good. And luckily we've got van shades, so we're going to go and spend a bit of time in the shade.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.